quest to watch 'em all. You know, every movie ever, let's go.
Here we are again with the randomly selected year 1915. To kick us off, we have The Birth of a Nation. The Birth of a Nation, directed by D.W. Griffith, was the first real blockbuster. With a runtime of over 3 hours, it was a landmark technical achievement. There were close-ups, fades, a musical score throughout the film, and large numbers of extras in epic battle scenes. It was so popular that even President Woodrow Wilson did a special screening in the White House. There is no doubt that this film paved the way for modern epic action films, like The Avengers.
Assemble.
Except in this film, the superheroes are the Ku Klux Klan. Ah, these must be the bad guys. What? We're gonna need another tier. This tier is gonna be called Tier R for Racist. Another hugely popular film in 1915 was The Cheat, which is about a society woman who embezzles money to support her luxurious lifestyle. When she loses the money in a stock market crash, she turns to a wealthy Japanese businessman for help. This was one of the first films where they used an Asian actor to portray an Asian character, rather than a white actor made to look Asian. Although the character in question only served to showcase the extreme and barbaric behavior that played into fears and misconceptions about Asian cultures being cruel or uncivilized. Racist! Next up, we have our first non-racist film, A Fool There Was, starring Theda Bara, who is considered as the first ever sex symbol in movies. She plays a vampire who seduces rich married businessmen, ruins their lives, and takes all their money. This movie popularized the word vamp to describe women as sexually predatory and manipulative. We're going to have to adjust Tier R to be Tier R/S in case we have to rank any film as sexist. And now for our first non-discriminatory film, Alison Wonderland. There have been so many iterations of this film, and here are just a few. We're looking at the 1915 version, which wasn't even the first, but was probably the worst. Even the 1903 version was more creative with the special effects and filming techniques, whereas this version was weird, jarring to watch, and had lots of missing footage. However, it is our first film on the tier list with structured storytelling, character development, and innovative visual techniques that isn't prejudice shite. D tier. Here's a quickfire of some other notable films from 1915. Les Vampires, or Les Vampires, which is French for The Vampires. This film's about an intrepid reporter and his loyal friend who battle a bizarre secret society of criminals known as the Vampires. Hypocrites. This film covers the stories of a modern preacher and a medieval monk, Gabriel the Ascetic, who is killed by an ignorant mob for making a nude statue representing the truth, which is also represented by a ghostly naked girl who flits through the film. Filibus, a woman who commits robberies from her airship while a dedicated detective attempts to put a stop to it. The Regeneration. A boy surrounded by violence grows up to become an infamous gangster. Thanks to my TikTok brain, I found watching these films to be like reading the software licensing agreement on my iPhone.
Don't read it on it!
There was no chance I was getting through any of them. All D tier. That's it for notable films of 1915. We may return here in the future, but for now, the next randomly selected year is going to be... It's the year before everything went to shit, 2019.